Shielding our bastion.
Huh. That's really weird, huh? My webcam's gone. That's like really strange, isn't it? Oh, there. It should be working. Go here, here, here. Yep. Why this piece of shit work? That's like so strange. Hmm. Okay, we can do it without webcam. I don't need it. Right? Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. I don't know. Get rid of that. Okay.
Nice kill.
Alright, shred and bastion. They can't do anything from here. No, focus the shields.
Alright, so I'm gonna back up.
Would heal you.
We're down.
Let's get my pen ready. Just join the Pen 15 club. Alright.
I do need some heals.
Don't worry, my friend.
Here we go.
The payload heals you.
Yeah, just let the payload heal you.
That was really
I need some heals, just let the payload heal you. Yeah, that's like kind of a meme, like when people discover that the payload heals you. Because they've never been on the objective before. I love that.
low.
Shielding our bastion.
Okay. Yufara feeds. That's fun. How did she die?
It's really low.
Shielding our bastion.
She got Junkrat trapped.
Alright,
That's funny.
shred and bastion.
What the fuck is this guy doing?
They can't do anything from here.
Yes, very nice. I
focus
like
the
it a
shields.
lot. Fucking just easy. They should have tried to contest that. They really could have. They had 2 tanks. Like, so that I'm gonna go back. That's actually a really good example of what not to do against a bastion. Like fucking
Shielding our bastion.
okay. So you trade 1 for 1. You're actually still even right here.
Nice kill.
And then these guys come out and it's like, oh, I'm gonna put my shield in the middle of nowhere so I can protect nobody but myself. And it'll go down in 2 seconds. Like, that's pretty useless. Oh, my hot image? You mean this one? Yeah, it's a good one, huh? Anyway. So this, like, standing back against a bastion and just sitting behind your shield is basically the worst thing you can do. Don't do what this person's doing if you're against a bastion.
Alright, shred and bastion.
Like, what they should be doing is, like, these 2 guys get together with this guy back here, right? And then they just, like, kind of slink around the corner here, hide behind the Jeep, and then come right to the payload and contest you. They could contest you because they're even, right? We already determined they're even. They could contest you, but they're not.
Bastion, they can't do anything from here. No, focus the shields.
Like right here. Imagine if he wouldn't have backed up and he would have just fucking come to the cart and hammered. There's not too much you could have done about that. And it would have pretty much forced you to drop your shield. So this was really stupid by them. It's about to go real south though. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay. God knows what this Moira was doing.
Reaper going left.
I think she's trying to flank you. The classic Moira flank versus 2 armored targets, right?
I'm discorded.
Okay. So, again, you have just lost one. Your health, you're about to lose your armor. Your shield is low. You're only here with you and your Bastion, and you're discorded. This is not looking great for you. You need to back off earlier. Oops. But you're probably thinking like, okay, we got the point. Like, might as well fight it. And yeah, you could fight it too. But again, it's one of those things where it's either like, you know, fight hard and die, or run like a bitch. Both are valid. Let's see which one you choose.
Discorded. Down.
Okay, you choose fight and die. Your Mercy. Okay. This right here. What do you think I'm about to say about this? Yeah, this is fucking terrible. You're right. This is a god awful use of ult. This is ridiculously bad. Like, I get the feeling that this Mercy thinks it's old Valk where you can res really easily, but it's not. This is a terrible ult.
Yeah, they're Mercy.
This is just feeding.
Reaper low.
You could have focused on that Reaper, but it doesn't really matter. This fight's just over. Please do not use your ultimate ability. Okay. He ulted. Wow, that's bad. Wow, that's really bad. That's so bad. He's committing an ult to a completely lost fight.
Alright, gotta be more selective with our ult uses here. We're very staggered.
You're not wrong. Yeah, you're right. So, hey, I like what this guy's saying. This guy knows what he's talking about, unlike that Junkrat we talked about earlier.
And they still have the payload.
This is not over.
Alright, so you just tabbed out. Your Tracer is down. You decide to go. Okay. I don't like going out this way. I don't think you should have done this. Even though the Bastion's there, I don't think you should have done this. What's he gonna do here? You're like, you're an enabler here. You're an enabler for a shitty position. Don't enable this behavior.
Alright, Bastion, come on.
Nice. Much better. Okay, you are being a big old one of these. Go, press W. Go.
We need DPS to take care of that. One of our 7 DPS.
Okay, you okay, question for you. Why did you get onto the payload here? What did that accomplish for you? What were you hoping to get done by getting on top of the payload? Any answer's valid. Hop over and swing. Okay. So you got trapped for that. That's a really stupid place to put a trap, but that's kind of how Junkrat traps go.
Yes.
This is fine. Just hold your shield. Although honestly, you got 2 targets here. You have your armor. This is not a bad time to swing at him. You know. Okay, so you hold your shield up to signal that you're gonna set something up. Your Bastion starts to set up, and then you immediately abandon him. I don't know what you're swinging at here. Oh boy. Okay. So, what happened right before we ulted? What happened? Take a look. Okay, so you get trapped. Okay.
One of our our 7 DPS.
Okay, keep an eye up here. Okay, so down one.
Reaper behind.
We're down two. Oh! And you ult into the Reinhardt shield. So all these guys are fine. You get one Orisa who has an Harmony Orb on her. Okay. So we have just ulted 4v6. Okay. Let's see how this works out.
Ryan low. No, he's not. I'm low.
Okay. So you started that fight 4v6, right? Because the enemy team sucks complete ass. Your farmer managed to get 2 kills at a really bad barrage. That barrage was terrible. So you started 4v6. It became 4v4. But then you get picked. So again, this is now 4v3. So you're still losing. Or 3v4 rather. This is a 3v4. This guy ults. Questionable at best. I love that. Hold on, let's watch that again.
Ryan low.
Ready,
No, he's
ready,
not.
ready?
I'm low.
Hoorah! Oh no, shield up!
Wasted his hammer.
How did he get me from that far?
Okay, but check this out though, right? Like, the spawn advantage is so huge that even though they're kind of taking the slightly advantageous fight, you can pretty easily overwhelm them because your spawn advantage is so big as long as you play together. Okay, so the fuck was happening there? I have no idea what these guys are doing here. There's no reason not to just play right here. If you play right here, you have a nice angle on them. They can't really use this high ground. It's not really very useful. And spawn is right here, so it's free healing. So play right here. Do not play over here like these guys.
Moira 1. Moira fade. Where did she go?
Your Bastion gets a free pick. Your Bastion gets 2 picks. So you'll notice it's like really fucking hard to keep track of who's doing what, but your Bastion just fucking owned because the enemy team is garbage. However, your Mercy dies. So I think at best you're probably looking at like a 5v4 here. So still like, or 5v3. Pretty advantageous. You need to be pushing up.
Moira.
Okay, yeah, you gotta hit that fire strike. There's not too much else to say.
It's just Moira on payload.
Dead though.
Got it.
Okay. Let's see what you do. You get on the payload again. Okay. You get on the payload again. I get that you want to defend your Bastion on the payload in like a pirate ship type scheme. That makes sense. That's like a very good instinct to have, is to think my job is to shield my teammates. But the best way to shield your teammates is to give them good positions to be in that have a shield, right? So the better position to be in, you'll probably know what I'm going to say, put your shield right here. Okay? And then you face this way. Okay? So that your teammates are protected all throughout here. Okay? You being on the payload right now. Okay? You being on the payload right now, if you put your shield up, will only protect them inside this little itty bitty sliver of this tunnel, right? So you are in front of your Bastion, which is the correct instinct to have. That's absolutely right. But there's a better position to be in, and it's this one, right here. And you face that way, kind of at an angle. And the reason this is good, let's talk about corners. The reason this is good, again, is because you extend this huge natural cover, right? They can't shoot you through this angle. They can't do that. And by being here, if your shield gets low, you have a really easy retreat. And if they have to come approach you, because if they don't, the payload will just freely move, right? If you're standing here and Bastion's on the payload, you just get free movement on the payload, right? So by holding this corner, you give yourself a free retreat. There we go. And then also you have offensive capabilities. You can actually sit at this corner, and if there's really no threats that are going to shoot through your shield, like maybe their soldiers still come back from spawn. I don't know who they have. I'm just spitballing. But if there's no threats that are going to shoot past your shield, you can just swing your hammer around the corner. Like literally just stand around the corner and swing your hammer around the corner. And then when you get into trouble, just back off. It's super simple. So the payload is okay, but there's a better place you could be. You have the correct instinct, but I think you just need to take it one step further and think about why you want to be shielding your teammates and how best you can do that. And the best way to do it is to play around corners. And also, okay, on top of this, you have an advantage, right? You have an advantage. So in fact, I would actually even like to see you go to this corner, okay? And then you take a look, you see, all right? You look with your elf eyes, Legolas, and you see, what do they have, okay? Is anybody here? Is anybody over here? Maybe there's someone by this door. You know, there's these stairs over here. Maybe someone's over there. But if there's not, you could even pull further up, you know, because this kind of goes like that, right? You could even pull further up and put your shield at this corner over here, right? The one that's kind of around the way, right? Because you have an advantage right now, okay? And really this game is all about maximizing advantage and minimizing disadvantage, or really any competitive game. And you have a big advantage. Your Bastion has just generated a ton of picks, actually. And when you generate picks, you have just generated a ton of advantage for yourself. Because like I said earlier, numbers is the biggest advantage you can have in this game, and the biggest disadvantage as well. So it's like the most important thing to pay attention to. So the enemy team is at a huge disadvantage right now. Your Tracer recognizes this. Whoever the fuck this is recognizes this. And they're going to go push up, and they're going to go try to get extra picks because the enemy team is weak. Okay, so, and you can actually see why I recommend the corner here, right? Think about it from the Bastion's perspective. Think about it from Pharah's perspective. Don't worry about Tracer. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. What can they shoot from this angle? Nothing. What can they shoot from this angle? Quite a lot, right? So, again, if you had your shield here, okay, Pharah doesn't necessarily stand behind shields, but she could. You've just created this whole safe zone for your team instead of this safe zone, right? So take as much space as the enemy team will give you at any given time. Don't let them have, like, basically what you're doing is, you know, Reinhardt's shield is like the line of scrimmage on a football field, right? You have just given them all of this space for free. You have just given them all of this space for free. When instead, you could put the line here and only give them this space. Or you could even put the line, you know, like I said, around that other corner because you have quite the advantage and they only have that little corridor right before the end to deal with, right? So by letting them have all this space, you're giving up all the advantage that you've got. You're leaving money on the table. You had those picks that we talked about earlier. You have advantage. You're leaving money on the table by not walking forward and putting your shield here or here. And I know this sounds like very ivory tower and like nitpicky, but this really is a big deal. Like this is the major kind of, these are the major decisions that really separate the ranks, is making those kinds of decisions and thinking about advantage and disadvantage.
I heard
Okay, so also I'm going to pose a question to you. What do you think? Is it Reinhardt's job to deal with flankers? Is that what Reinhardt does? No. No, it's not. So, you can keep aware of them, though. It's worth it to have awareness. Main tank should definitely have awareness. So remember that what you can do, I don't know what the analog on PS4 is, but you can hold the right and left buttons at the same time to look behind you as Reinhardt. So you can hold up your shield, and then you hold your primary fire button, and you can look behind you, and you can look around you without moving your shield. So like when you moved your shield here,
Junkrat behind.
you expose your bastion. So not only have you given up the advantage of being at the corner, right? Not only have you given up the advantage of being at this corner over here, you have given up the advantage of being on the payload by turning around. You are dead weight to your team at this moment right here. You are doing nothing for your team. And I know that sounds harsh, but right now you are doing absolutely nothing for your team.
Behind.
So the take home is, unless you are positive that the flanker is right on top of you and nobody else can deal with it, don't turn around for them. Just ignore them. You can look at them. You can try to stay abreast of them. But I mean, this guy's here. He can deal with it, right? It's like, that's just not your job.
Trapped.
And we get punished really hard for it. You didn't even see this guy. This guy's ulting. He killed your bastion that you exposed. He pinned you too. So there's about 3 different things that came out of your decision to simply turn around for the flanker. However, that wouldn't even have mattered, because had we set up at this corner here, I'm positive we would have seen that Reaper. We would have seen the Reinhardt. Yeah, you would have seen both of those guys for sure and being able to rack them, and you would have been protecting your bastion while you were doing it. Because as it turned out, the Junkrat wasn't what killed you, right? The Junkrat created a distraction by making you turn around, even though I don't think that's what he was going for. This guy literally just being here made you lose your composure enough to where the enemy team just tore you apart. So turning around, like, I know it seems really small and you're just like, ah, no one else is going to do it. Like, I might as well turn around and deal with this Junkrat, right? Unfortunately, by doing that, you lost your team this fight. I don't want to sound too harsh, but this particular lost fight is on you.
Trapped. I got pinned out of the ult.
Okay.
Keep me alive. Keep me alive.
Oh my fucking god. You won the fight anyway. That fight should have been lost.
Reaper on point.
He misses every shot. That is hilarious.
Finish off that Reaper.
Okay, that's the thing, is like, I expected that to be a complete loss. But I mean, even then, you know, even if you win this fight, like, again, look at how, like, your team is struggling to pass even this line here. Whereas if you would have just gone before and given the free space that the enemy team was giving you and set up your shield here or at this corner over here, you wouldn't have had to struggle for that. You gave them this space for free. You gave them this space to fight you for free, and they stopped the cart, right? One way or another, you know, won or lost fight, they stopped the cart. And look at this. Right? You already have less time than them because you let them contest the cart for free. You did, and you didn't have to. Although I don't think you realized that at the time. But take the space they give you, you know? If they're giving you space, take it. It's free. It's free real estate. That's the... I'm going to change the title of my stream real quick. There. I know this is kind of hard to do on console, but I'm sure you're gonna switch to PC soon. When you fire strike, it's a projectile. It goes a little slower than you think too. All the projectiles in Overwatch are actually quite a bit slower than you think. So you know, Crosshair is here when you complete the fire strike, and he's here. So just aim a little further in the direction they're moving than you think you need to. That's all.
Finish off that Reaper.
Yeah, don't push out. That guy's low. Just hit him. Yeah. Okay. Again, let's see what you do. Let's see if you take space. Take space. Take
Med
space.
81.
Take space. Take space. Take space. Hey, once again.
Med 81.
She just came out of spawn. She does not have a shield up. Look at all this glorious real estate that you have given them for free. Look at all that. That is yours. Everywhere the light touches is your land. Take it. Take your birthright.
One.
Not me. Watch it.
Now, granted, your team had no idea what they were doing. So maybe you back around the corner. But regardless, really, I think the bigger take home here, rather than take the space, is
81.
yeah. Okay. So right there, you've killed the Reaper. You're thinking, all right, great, man, we owned. And this is typically when players go on autopilot. And this is your autopilot.
Med 81.
Jump on the payload. That's your autopilot. This is you autopiloting right here. You are autopiloting. And your autopilot instinct is to get on the payload. And I think if you want to take home one like easy tip, doctors hate him from this, it's don't just default to the payload. Play corners. Okay. So let's try to break that payload setting up habit. For all the reasons I talked about, not to mention that on top of all those, nobody is behind you. So if we had been thinking about corners instead of the payload, and maybe if we had looked behind us also at some point, you know, if we look behind, we would have seen that our whole team is around this corner. We're on the payload protecting nobody. And we've left open a nice, we've left this huge, even if your shield goes up, so your shield's going to be right about there. Okay. You've left this huge open angle for your team to get shot at. If you're going to hold this, jump off the cart and hold the angle right here. See that? Because it's not like your team wants to be standing here anyway, right? So you might as well protect the angle that they're going to be standing at. So you're on the payload because that's your instinct, but unfortunately your instincts fail you. You're about to eat a fire strike and die.
More behind.
Okay. Your Bastion goes down, which is like, okay, that sucks, right? But imagine, like, you didn't have to there. And as soon as you went down, your Mercy went down. Let's say this didn't happen because maybe you held this corner instead. Or maybe, yeah, actually this corner is definitely the correct play. You know, maybe you held this corner instead. I bet Mercy is still alive, and I bet you're still alive. And Mercy reses the Bastion, because I haven't seen her res in a while. So she reses Bastion. This is now an even fight. So, you know, Riptire is whatever. When this ultimate comes out, it's like, grab your ass and pray to God. Hope that you don't get fucked, right? That's just Riptire. It gets Bastion, and that's actually not too bad. It just got one of you. And you have a Mercy, so that's actually pretty ideal. Your Mercy could have res that. So if you're playing this corner, you're not exposing the Pharah, you're not exposing the Mercy, and you're not exposing yourself. You can probably cover that res, right? You res, you're back at a 6v6, and this becomes a winnable fight. So, again, it wasn't necessarily your fault only, but this play, and this is the thing about him. You don't even think about it when it happens. But these are so big, and you're not even thinking about it, right? You're like, yeah, man, payload, this is where I belong. We actually know our Mercy's behind us because she's healing us, by the way.
Med 81.
So imagine if you, you know, I would even say, like, maybe even pull up to, like, here. But, you know, as soon as you hear fire in the hole, also, you're actually up one. Isn't that nice? As soon as you hear fire in the hole, I would... My instinct is to stay at the corner and then use that look technique to look around you, see where the tire's coming from, see if you can maybe fire strike it. Play safe, basically, when the tire's out. So, you hear tire, you play safe. Okay. But your instinct is instead, I'm on the payload, this is where I belong. If you're playing the corner, you can not only protect your teammates, but you can properly react to the tire. But, luckily, the tire only gets one. However, you die because you're positioned on the payload, and it's not a very good position for you to be in. So, by you dying, okay, this exposes your Mercy. She dies right here.
We're behind.
Your Junkrat dies. You expose your whole team, basically. Because they were actually behind... Like, look at where they were, actually. You know, they were around that corner. Maybe you could have saved them. Just by being there with your shield out. So it wasn't your fault only. These guys should have been in a better position, for sure. But your autopilot decision just to be on the payload set off a chain reaction that led to this fight being lost.
We're behind.
So that Pharah needs to get out. This is where you call for a regroup.
Alright, they used Moira ult, they used, they probably have Bongo, they probably have Reaper ult, now they probably have Zen ult.
I don't
Swap
think
off
they
of
have
Pharah,
Zen ult,
please.
they just used it. You're wrong. You should stay on Pharah. Yeah, you're totally wrong. No, Pharah's an awesome pick. You're wrong. Pharah's cool. It's a good pick. And the reason Pharah's a good pick is... This guy can't do shit to her. This guy can't do shit to her. This guy can kinda do shit to her. This guy can't do shit to her. This guy can't do shit to her. This guy can't do shit to her. So actually, Pharah's a great choice. One sec. I'm refreshing my Twitch. There we go. We're back. Okay. So no, Pharah's a good choice. I would not have called for the swap. Not to mention, he has his ult. And with the Mercy around, that's like, that goes from like kind of not a great ult to actually a pretty usable ult. So now she should not switch.
Swap off of Pharah, please.
If anybody switches, it's the Tracer. She's actually not doing anything. That's okay. That's good fire strike. Build your ult. You're about to hit something, right? Yeah. No, don't countercharge that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Woo! Okay. You can't see it, but you hear the charge. He goes, "Hah!" And he's charging you, right? He's charging you right now. You probably know he's charging you, so I guess you countercharge here. You heard it, but you didn't see it, but you could have countercharged. And your decision is okay here. You decide to charge him back. but you miss because he's a little bit to the right of you, right? So like charge is always a risky thing. So when you charged, you put him back toward his team. You actually gave him a little helping hand there, because he made a fucking dumbass decision to charge you, right? Because he charged around this angle where his team can't help him, and he isolated himself alone with your whole team surrounding him. So actually, you don't charge him here, just swing your hammer at him. Your team's right there, you'll live. Question on hearing but not seeing charge. Should I auto charge and risk being in the middle of nowhere? Depends. You were at this corner, you potentially could have just charged toward the wall and been okay. It's a tough one. Because it, you know, had he been coming from like more like this angle instead of more like this angle, he would have smashed you against this wall and you're dead, right? This is a tough one. I would say probably charge and then try to charge into this wall instead of charging this way, or just back around the wall. I think you could have done that. I think you had time. Yeah, you have plenty of time.
Swap off a Pharah, please. Swap off a Pharah, please.
Okay, so right here you fire strike. That's fine. Yeah, you had time. You just drop your shield. Just drop your shield and walk around the corner. Whoop. Another reason why corners are so good. So, yeah, when you charged, you gave Reinhardt some space. Just swing your hammer at him. He was in a when Reinhardt, like when the enemy Reinhardt's in a shitty position, you don't really need to charge him. Just swing your hammer. He'll probably die. You actually saved his life there. He charges again. That's funny. Right here, right here. This is a good chance to charge him. He's against a wall. He's smack dab against a wall. It's a very short distance. I think you charge him. Again, you know, I was going to say, swinging your hammer is also the right decision. He dies anyway. He's in a stupid place. You don't necessarily need to charge, right? So, that's fine. Be very conservative with your charges. In fact, when you're first learning Reinhardt, I'm actually going to say, don't even use your charge. Just, I mean, in my Reinhardt games, I use this very rarely. You know, this is a rare tool. It's rare that you actually get a good, rarer than you think that you get a good opportunity to use it. Okay, again, look at all this space you left open. Just kind of walk it up to the wall right here. And actually, you're up too. Just start walking forward. You know, people in bronze are not idiots. They're just not amazing at Overwatch. Just walk your shield forward and they'll understand it's time to go. So just walk your shield forward here. Don't stand here.
Shit, guys, going right.
Walk, walk, walk. This then should be dead. It's okay to charge him here. It's okay to charge him here. Okay. So if you charge him there, you can probably keep him from trancing. That's why I said that.
Let that Zen waste his ult.
It's not a waste of an ult. It's actually a decent ult. Maybe it is.
Moira down.
Okay, they're feeding.
Reinhardt. Wait.
Okay, good idea. A little slow in the execution, but this is okay. Yes! Yes! This is what so many lower level Reinhardts are too afraid to do. Just swing your fucking hammer at him.
Shit, we lost Bastion.
Behind you, Reinhardt.
I don't know how did that swing miss? Yeah, I don't know, you fire struck there. Not sure there's too much you could have done to save that fight. You were doing the right thing. Maybe you save your charge there. You charge Reinhardt or Orisa, you fire strike and strike that. You potentially could have killed both of these people. And that would have made the fight winnable.
You Reinhardt.
But again, we turned around for flankers. When I'm not sure that was the right decision. I don't know. This is a tough one because your team should not have had such an issue with this. Let's see if we can see them flanking around. That's the big thing in bronze is flanks work really well because people won't look at the flankers. So let's see if we can look at the flankers before they do this.
Let that Zen waste his ult.
And again, we get on the payload. What is this position accomplishing for your team? You can't block this. This goes through shields.
Moira down.
In fact, if you weren't shielding, you could have just hit her and she would have died, apparently.
Reinhardt.
Backs off. Yeah, you're up 2 here. You just go aggressive.
Wait.
You can hear the Reaper drop behind. How the fuck does he do it? Is he? Oh, they were already up in. Okay, they were already up in those stairs. Yeah, I mean, if 2 of them are flanking, that means these guys are pretty much unprotected. Just go for them. It's not your job to deal with flankers. So just go battle the front line, right? Because you battle the front line, chances are you kill both of them, and they're down, and you win the fight. Or you kill one, you maybe win, or you don't kill them, and the fight's over anyway. And you know, that's what happened anyway, right? You turned around for the flankers, this fight is definitely done.
Moira down. Reinhardt. Wait.
It's like nobody else is coming from spawn, right? It's just the Orisa and the Reinhardt. But you can't really take a 1v2. We're on the payload, we're in no man's land. If we're playing the corners. Okay, if you're playing the corners here instead of standing on the payload, is this more
down?
If you're playing the corners, this Reinhardt who charges is dead to you because you're ready to react to him. You don't have to jump off the payload and scurry around the side and all that shit. You know, you're playing the corner, he's ready. He's dead. If you're on the corner, he's dead. Let me back it up like I forget how to back it up like 1 frame. If you're right here, this is an easy charge.
Wait.
So you have the right instinct to be protecting your team, to be at the front of your team, but you also need to think about what kinds of angles you're creating for them. You need to think about the literal physical geographical space that you are creating for them, as I showed you with those lines going around the shield. This is awesome. I think if you don't use your charge there, you just kill that Reinhardt.
Shit, we lost Bastion.
Behind you, Reinhardt.
Yeah, so just fight here and die. They have spawn advantage.
I wasn't making it out of there alive.
Yeah. Alright, Milk
Alright,
Pride.
our only
You're
hope
standing there.
Our only hope is to keep our Bastion alive while he ults. So no one else feed.
Yeah, your Mercy and your Junkrat couldn't get out of there.
What a Junkrat was doing there.
Junkrat, what were you doing there?
That's
Going,
really
we
bad.
got 2 good.
That is a fucking throw right there. That's really bad. Why is this a bad ult? That's my question to you. Why is this a bad ult? They are alone and have spawn. Correct. Right. You're still coming out of spawn, so she basically just ulted like 1v6.
Good kills there. Go.
Those are supposedly
shatter
good
in a second.
kills. She dies. So actually, it's really only as good as one pick because she died. Just protect your Bastion. He'll do more damage than
Bastion
you.
alive, keep
Protect your
Bastion
Bastion.
alive.
Yep. He dies. Again, your propensity for the payload, your proclivity for payload proximity leads to the perilous perishment of your team. Okay? You don't need to be on the payload. Imagine if you're, again, imagine if you were here. Imagine if you were here. Now, I know you were trying to get in front of Bastion.
Keep Bastion alive, keep Bastion alive.
I guess the payload's moving too. But you left a space under your shield. And that's how he got killed by the spamming Orisa. You gotta think about the angles you're creating with your shield. This is actually defending nothing. Your shield is only as good as the things behind it. Make more use of that left and right trigger or right mouse button to look around you. And I don't know if you've seen it before, so maybe I'll demonstrate real quick. Hold on, let me boot up Overwatch. Okay, let's boot up Overwatch. I really don't get why my webcam won't work. Booting up Overwatch. Let's give you this to look at while I wait. I wanted to see if I could get my webcam working again real quick. That's it. Here we go. Video capture device. There we go. There we go. All right. Let us 20. I wish I could have seen your natural reaction to that Earth Shatter.
Traveling to Numbani.
Which Earth Shatter? I don't know which one you're talking about. Let's pick Reinhardt.
Justice will be done.
Okay, so this is what I'm talking about with playing corners. Right here. Just like this. That's all you need to do. Even if the payload is right here, you just need to stand right here. Because the payload moves, you don't have to be on top of it to move it, right? You just gotta be near it. And you can see, you know, so I'm holding the corner here, right? So I always hold it at a bit of an angle. I don't hold it like this, and I don't hold it like this. I hold it at a bit of an angle. So I kind of cover all the bases. And if you hold both, you can look behind you. And you can also move while you're doing this too. It's fucking awesome. So right click, left click. I accidentally hit another button. Right click, left click. You can look around you. Look all around you. So actually, you could have seen those flankers. Because you're not going to get anything done looking up there. So you might as well just sit here. And also, don't do this. A lot of Reinhardts like to do this. When you do this, look what happens. You're making an opening right down here. You're making a little opening. So don't do this. Just stay still. You might have been able to see those flankers. You might have protected your Bastion. So when your Bastion's doing his thing, do your little shield hop. Look at how quickly I can move while protecting my Bastion. That's about as fast as he moves too when he's in that. So what you could have done instead of trying to fuck around with the payload, just do this and then get in front of him. He could have lived. Maybe, maybe not, but he could have lived. And this game isn't about solo carrying, especially when you're a main tank. This game is about making the correct decision often enough that you increase your chances of winning more than losing so that you climb, right? So maybe that wouldn't have outright won you the fight, but it would have increased your guys' chances of winning this fight. Just doing this and staying at the corner. And what I was talking about earlier with the corner was here. I hate signs. The payload was moving up here. You just chill, you just chill. You don't even need to do anything. You just stand right here, and then you look. And if no one's there, you just kind of do this, and you just kind of move around, take a look. You know, now you got this space, right? And also, you know, let's say they are right here. Let's say the enemy team is standing right here. You know, you hold your shield, your Bastion does some shit. Oh shit, my shield's getting low. You back off and you do this. Because you can just kind of peek around the corner with your hammer swings, and you're safe while you can do damage to anyone who tries to approach you, right? So corners are your friend. I think that's the major takeaway we should get from this, is corners are your friend. One moment. I want to mute Overwatch real quick. Go. And I want to get my webcam back. Video capture device existing. Here we go. Okay. All right. We're back. Here we go. You're fucked. Good try. Just die. Don't hold your shield up. Just die. Yeah.
Well,
This would have been nicer earlier.
Group up before we all just trickle in there.
if only we could get our off tank to deal with the oh, we don't have one. We have 2 main tanks. Hell yeah.
It still
Alright,
amazes
here comes a
me
fat
how
shatter. You
common,
ready?
Bastion is. This is not a fat shatter. Yeah, you can't charge that Moira because you didn't see her user fade.
Alright.
Right here, man. Just fire strike him. Or don't. You already have your ult.
Here comes a fat shatter.
So you're going for a fat shatter. He charges. I don't think he can hit you from this angle. So I think what you do is you just walk backwards. Let him do his thing. And just hold your shield at the corner. Hold your shield at the corner. So one thing the shield also does is it isolates the enemy from their team, right? If your shield is here, it is a solid wall they can't go through, right? No healing can go through that wall. If this Reinhardt wants to charge in alone to your team, let him. That's a feed. Let him feed. Then you wall him off with your shield, and then he dies behind it, and then you can move forward. So this Reinhardt is actually kind of throwing the game here.
Are you ready?
Okay, we're not holding up our shield and we're not playing corners, so we immediately lose 4/5 of our health. Just like that.
Alright, Reinhardt's out of the game.
You walk all the way into the enemy team alone. Your shield's not doing anything for you right now. And you're about to die. My guess is you're about to try to shatter, and you're going to lose your ult. Okay, you didn't even have time to do it. Your soldier frags. Okay, you got a big ult coming out in the tire. Okay, well, not too much more to say about that. I think the I think the main takeaways are, for you, are play corners more and try to think about the space that you're creating with Reinhardt. Reinhardt creates a space behind him. Unlike, say, Winston, who creates a space, you know, wherever he lands. He creates a space behind him, so you got to think about the kind of space you're taking and the space you're giving. So play corners. Think more about numbers advantage. And that's really probably it for you right now. That's what I would say would be the things I would want you to focus on, like, the next time you play. So the next couple times you play Reinhardt, just think every time you hold that trigger to pull up the shield, think, who's behind me? Is anyone even gonna use my shield right now? And think, can I put my shield at a corner that will create space for my team? And you'll kind of gain a sense for what that means over time too. So, you know, I can demonstrate a few things in Numbani real quick. Let's put me over here. Is this a good place to put me? Yeah, sure. All right. Oh wait, I wanted to unmute the game. So, let's talk about corners. Yeah, I put yourself at the desk in the Kings Row Hotel, bitch. Yeah. Okay, so I'm defending. Let's talk about defense real quick. You know, because Reinhardt's like basically meta right now, so you know, we'll use him. Obviously, the common place to hold is right at this door. But holding here or holding here is not really great. So holding here is okay. You block off the door. What the fuck is that? We are aware of an issue. Okay, whatever. This is not great because if they walk through that hallway, the best you can do is hope to charge them this way, right? But imagine, you know, let's hold right here. Hold right here, right? They come through there, you can fire strike them. Your team can shoot them, and you can retreat around this corner. And then you can do this. And then you can maybe do this. You know? So I actually recommend if you're gonna hold up here, you know, you can play here. This is okay, but I think this is even better. You know, and you play around the corner. Don't play over there if you're Reinhardt. It's just like not a thing. And then, you know, let's say you're defending over here. Let's give another example. Okay, so you've lost the point. They're coming around the corner. You can play the bus. The bus isn't great because of this space right here. But you can play it. You can play the bus. And then you kind of want to... You're probably going to have to retreat because they have natural high ground over you. You can play this Jeep. This is a decent corner to use. Extend this Jeep. You can even play here. Okay. You can play here if you really want. And then when it comes down to this corner right here, you know, you really want to play right around here. Or you really want to play kind of around this Jeep. Okay, just use cover. It's a shooter, right? This game is a shooter at the end of the day. Use cover. It's for everybody, even the tanks. Let's give another example.
Now entering King's Row.
This time I'll use Orisa since I know you like to play Orisa.
Your safety is my primary concern.
Okay. I'm coming out on defense. Now I know a lot of lower ranked teams like to hold here.
Please move behind the barrier.
You know, they'll just hold right at the choke. But this is not great for a few reasons. One, they can just walk right around you. Two, They can walk up here and then jump out this window behind you, so that's not good. The real ideal place to hold, and the place you'll see the pros hold, is right here.
Barrier activated.
And again, you'll notice I place my barrier against the wall here. And by placing the barrier against the wall, I can easily spam here. It extends the cover that my teammates want to use anyway. Completely blocks off this kind of avenue here. And if I can get it just right, there we go. This is even better. This is even better. Let me see if I can maybe get it. You know, hopefully I don't leave this, but this is even better because it blocks this, but also this. And if your team needs to, they can retreat around the back here, and you can put another shield here.
Get behind the barrier.
Okay. So just play those corners because it's huge for tanks, especially a reset too, because you know you're playing this corner. You know, maybe you start gaining an advantage and they're running away around the corner. Just yank them, right? Spend at least a minute every game trying to convince teams to hold there instead of between those pillars of the choke. Yeah. Well, what you can do as main tank is just hold here,
Please move
and
behind
then
the
you know
barrier.
they're either behind your barrier or they're not. They'll usually follow you. So play corners, and think about numbers advantage. Those are my 2 takeaways for you. I'm probably gonna just play some Overwatch now. I don't know, I'm in the mood. Garcia's, mate. I'm about to download it. Well, you can hang out with me while you download it, I guess. Let's open a loot box. Oh, Jeff's disappointment cubes. Kakugo. Good stuff. Let's play some quick play. Yeah, let me know when you start playing on PC.
Traveling to Route 66.
I don't know if you have played PC games before, but it'll probably be a pretty big
Prepare your
adjustment for you.
defenses. Select your hero.
I need to buy the golden bow. Go get some water.
With every death comes honor. With honor, redemption.
Oh, let's go.
See through the dragon's eyes. Hello.
I could have used a little more time to get ready.
Attackers incoming. In
Do your bronze teammates hold on this gas station?
What a bunch of misfits and freaks we got here. I love it.
I tell them over and over and they don't care. Yeah, it's funny.
By the dragon.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
See that which is unseen.
Come here and get stabilized.
Marked by the dragon.
Where'd that Moira go? Dink. Oh my god. My fucking aim. Woo!
Marked by the dragon.
Get owned, idiot.
You up.
God damn it.
See that
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Woo!
I am restored.
What? Help, daddy! This is a bad place to be. Let me up, let me up!
What
Where the fuck did she go?
See that which is unseen.
Oh my god. It was really not a good idea to shoot that deflecting Genji, huh? Oh, hello.
By the dragon.
I should not be here, fuck! Where's my Brigitte? Thank you, Anna. Fucking fuck! That was so dumb. Piece of shit.
A minor setback.
Ooh, big slam. Coming out. Oh god, now we're just feeding. Now we're just feeding. Oh great.
My barrier can't take much more.
See through the dragon's eyes.
He's just feeding. I'm not peeking out there. They got 2 snipers. Wow, imagine if my Ana could aim. Imagine. I'm gonna play Genji.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Shield's taking damage.
Where'd this bitch go?
Walk it off. Rally to me.
I require healing. I need healing. Much better.
Shield mode established.
Sniper, be wary.
Whew. I think she saw me over here. Yep. Yep. See, right here, he left his Ana exposed, so I want to go for her. Fucking, what the hell? What the fuck are they? Okay, you know what? Okay, whatever, that's a blade. God. Okay. Maybe my Brigitte will heal me? What? Brigitte, what is wrong with you? She's like not paying attention to the game. Who's up here? How did that miss? Cool. Okay, so the Widow always just puts a Venom Mine right at her feet. I still have the Widow. I gotta be careful about that sideline. She just got healed.
I am healed.
So he's nanoed. That's an orb. Who's ready? My Brigitte healed me by accident for the first time, and lo and behold, I live. What? What? Oh my god, what a broken hero. Oh hey.
30 seconds remaining.
Just a little longer. Bear down. My shield generator has been destroyed.
Thank you.
10 seconds remaining.
Are you kidding me? He just got me through the fucking what? Watch this. He hooks me through the fucking truck. This guy's playing on like he hooked me through the truck. What? Oh my god, no way.
My warrior spirit burns.
Victory.
All right. I'm gay.
Play of the game.
This Ana is carrying so hard at. This guy's playing on like 9. That is ridiculous. Wow, okay. Oh boy. That is something. Get rid of that. I need to buy a golden weapon. Here we go, and let's do it for Genji. Here we go. Alright. I think I might play some competitive in 1 second after I take a quick bathroom break. You know, if you just give me 1 moment here. What brand of Ethernet power pass did I get from where? I got it from Best Buy, and it is the let me go look it up. I have the box. I don't know, it's the Netgear Powerline 1200. Yeah. Jane is streaming. How am I going to compete with that? Well, I'm not going to defend Dreamcasper. That much is for sure. I haven't pressed the purple button in quite a while. We'll see how this goes.
Now entering the temple of Anubis.
This is probably going to be a loss.
Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
Hello everyone, how are y'all doing today?
Pretty fair. Got off work early, so good day.
It's always a good
That's
day.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like how nice everybody's
being?
being?
Actually just got hired today, so that's
Nice.
Oh, congrats, man.
Proud of you, proud of you.
Thank you, I appreciate that. So it looks pretty good, the comp you got going here.
Yeah. Hmm.
We could go for. I was gonna say we could do like triple healer. Ooh, I like the Rhine though. It's good.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
Hopefully that's enough healing.
I think we should be good.
Yeah. Mercy, we should be alright.
Unless if we have another one, and we could have like the Mercy could spend more time with me, and
Yeah, you know, I could go like Zen or something, and then that kind of shores up all the holes.
Commences in 30 seconds.
And then
you know, if I go after your Discord targets while I'm damage boosted, it's like, yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
Actually, it's like 200 damage per rocket.
Oh, that's true, huh? It's one shot. Gay. You know what? You're gay. I'm gay. We're all gay for ice cream.
Are we gonna push left side?
Yeah, let's do it.
That sounds
yeah.
good. I'll have my shield up to block it, so get into as fast as you can.
If they have a Junkrat or whatever, we can go all the way right.
Alright, let's find out what they're throwing at us. I hear Zarya.
They got their own.
No, they just got fired, so sneak to the left quickly. Go, go, go.
Let's go, let's go.
Go, 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 go.
Everyone there, everyone?
Yep, yep, yep.
Wait, there's one more, there's one more.
No, we're good, I think. We're good, we're good.
Let me get up there. My shield's recharging. It'll be a
See, I'm playing corners here. Far above, far above.
We're down one, so just play defensive. My shield's about to break.
Alfar's behind, she's all the way around at the choke.
Stay back, please. Stay back, please. Okay,
It's possible that Ryan may have already charged up. So
Just keep your shield ready, Ben.
Engage. Hard.
That's alright, that's alright, that's alright, that's alright. Just go run Reinhardt.
I got the McCree. Killed that McCree.
I keep getting stunned. My
Just
shield.
go run Reinhardt still.
I just got destroyed.
Yeah, I'm backing
I
out.
have no shield. No, that's not good.
He only got me. That's okay. They're just over ulting.
Yeah, they used 2 ults there.
Well, I nearly got my ult charged again. I'm at 71.
Right there's a good example of how Pharah usually goes.
A couple rockets.
Let me charge my trance on D.Va here.
No problem. A junk would be awesome for that small choke just to push us through.
We just go around to the right. We don't have to go left.
Alright.
Just about that.
Alright, no problem. Go.
Wait for me.
Brigitte, can you go soldier, Brigitte?
Backing up,
We
backing
need
up.
a
Yeah,
scan for the power.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Are we already pushed through? I'm gonna put my shield up, same thing, but to the right. Are you good?
Yes.
I see a
Let's
little
go.
bit on the
We have a lot of ults to do real quick.
Alright, go, 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 go. Just go to the right, go to the right team. Well, okay. Careful when you go to the
Fuck.
Yep, because I'm stuck.
Brigitte's one. Brigitte's one. Brigitte's one.
Alright. You guys can win this.
No, we can't. We didn't kill the Brigitte. When Brigitte ults, you have to kill her first. You cannot ignore her.
Finish that.
I'm on my way.
Me and Ryan are on our
Brigitte
way.
is low, guys. Brigitte is fucking low. Finish her.
Please finish Brigitte. She has to die.
Come on.
That's a reset. That's a reset. That's a
Oh,
reset.
yep, regroup. Backup soldier.
And I killed a few of them there.
D.Va, you just keep losing your mecha and dying after that.
Yeah, maybe
Yourself, buddy.
maybe a Zarya or something would be the way to
Zarya
go.
would actually be really good.
Diva's kind of crap against Brigitte.
It's been 3 minutes and you have no issue, D.Va. That's good.
On right side, they're gonna push.
Please no.
Can I get the defense matrix on me when she's shooting me?
Please help the Renard, guys.
I got him.
Cover the Renard, D.Va. Cover the Renard, D.Va.
I need to heal
I
back.
have 4 deaths and no elims. That is so bad. That is a good example of when DPS aren't doing anything.
I'm dead. Mercury on the left.
Big, big, big. Go, 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 go. Big, big.
Go, 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 go.
He's got a high noon.
Farah's behind. Farah's behind. She's low. Farah's one. Farah's one. Farah's one. Farah's one. Farah's one. Farah's one on the staircase.
I'm gonna have ults right.
Farah's one. Just shoot her.
10 seconds.
Alright. We should be able to get this. Yeah, they're just back.
Put your heal pad down if you got it, soldier. Okay.
Oh, I
If you
didn't know
keep
you
playing
wanted
that
on you. My
one
bad.
point, it's gonna be hard.
By the way, last fight, Mercy wasted her ult, so she doesn't have that. So don't feel free to push on her. And I don't even think Brigitte has it, so they don't have any defensive ults
Yeah,
right now.
Brigitte used it as well.
That was big.
Cool. I'm
My
behind you
trance.
guys.
I got all here. So if you trance, I can't really dive over while I'm doing that. Oh, I'm dying.
No, we got it. We got it. We got it. Go around the other side. Don't go with us. Let me know when you're about to do it.
They flashbang over my shield. Their rank might have. Okay, well. Yeah, that.
Just go in. Just go in. Just go. Mercy's on the left in the tunnel. Skip Mercy.
Yeah, she's over here. She's resing. She's resing.
Fuck. She's one. She's one. She's one. Swing. Swing. Swing.
He's already on point.
Thank you.
Ah, shit. I lowered it.
Oh, I'm dead.
We're leaving. We're leaving right now. We are leaving, please.
I'm just gonna die on point. Yo, mans was sweating.
Double kill.
Whoa, Zarya is so charged. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't even know from where.
She has 100 charge.
This is not your time.
Probably from the rockets.
Regroup. Just regroup.
I've been trying
I'm
really hard.
gonna let my bear recharge, and then we could go in.
No, heal me, Brigitte.
They have Tracer now?
Need to get to 2,000.
Our Brigitte is doing absolutely nothing.
Not on the other, please.
You didn't have one?
She's half behind us, no recall.
I have no
got
trance. No trance. No trance.
He's got a charge.
Yeah, let's just regroup there. Don't use any else.
What did they use?
They used
more,
grab. They
dodge,
used transcendence.
anything else?
They used grab and coalescence.
The outcome is not preordained.
So they'll probably have barrage.
Embrace
Yeah, our DPS needs to switch. They're
Oh,
not
Tracer
killing
got enough charge for pulse
anything.
bomb either.
She has no recall.
Also, this Mercy needs to
She's
spend
right
more time
side.
with me.
She's super low.
Alright.
We need to pay attention to our backline a little more. Especially you, D.Va.
Thanks, Diva. I appreciate it.
Need a heal.
Let's go left.
I have no barrier, careful.
energy flows through me.
Okay. Go to the left here.
Just tilt them. Tilt them. Don't be obvious. Don't be obvious. Tilt them a bit.
Tracer behind, Tracer behind, Tracer behind, Tracer behind one. Got her. Got her, got her.
Okay, sorry.
Go, go, go.
Oh, I need help. Oh, I'm dead.
They're all low, they're all
Now we
low.
are aggressive.
Heroes never die.
Can you res me, Mercy?
Big, big, big.
Oh, that's
Nice.
good, that's good.
Securing the point.
Block them.
Hey, far on that point. Yep, there it is, there it is.
Nice, big.
Sorry.
Block them hard.
Got her.
Go Renard. Go Renard. Feel the point, Renard. Nice.
Nice, good.
Well done.
Okay, that could have gone better. As soon as they started killing stuff, we started doing things.
In my area.
Switching sides.
I had to be faster about that
Any
Tracer.
complaint, guys? Now is the moment.
Prepare your defenses.
I don't know, nothing I can think of.
I think we're alright.
Okay. Can I ask for a Symmetra
You can.
You sure?
on this map?
I'm not gonna play it, but you can ask.
Can you play support? Can you play Ana or Mercy?
I can go Ana.
Okay, good.
Since I don't really think. I don't really know.
Scary.
Oh,
No, it's-
I'll be solo healing. Okay, yeah, I get it. Okay. I don't like Ana Zen, so I'll go
Okay.
Mercy.
Symmetra can go just to support with a Mercy. It's really enough. I can do that actually. So
Okay.
Yeah, with a Mercy, I agree. Not with an Honor.
Yeah.
Alright, let's try it.
I'm a Mercy main now.
We're
Seth.
gonna need to protect the healers.
Boosted Mercy main.
More specifically, a lot more.
try to keep an eye on your Pharah too. Oh, it's good.
I'm with
Change for Macri because
Yeah,
you're
yeah, I
gonna be
think
busy.
so. I can keep better eye on the.
I'll enjoy
Yeah.
the quiet
Flanking.
while it lasts.
And you're gonna stay alive a bit
You
more.
can just fly straight up if you
Because
get
the Mercy's
the
gonna
angle
have-
on
I
him
mean, the
Tough
Mercy's not
job.
gonna
I've got
focus on
you.
me.
like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Damage increase.
Attackers
If they're at all below you, you can just like slingshot off them. You get sometimes on the tanks you can get really close to them and like
I'm here.
jump off them. I don't know how to make it consistent though. I'm a plat Khaleesi, whatever. So what I like to do on this point is stand right here behind all these pillars and just damage boost like my chunk or something. And just kind of do this.
defend objective A.
They have a Zarya again. Careful not to charge your Junkrat.
My call was correct.
How about we kill her instead?
I'll take that instead.
Damage amplified.
Oh,
They have a
Jesus.
Genji where?
Fucking fire stick.
I got him.
This is not your time.
You look like you've seen a ghost.
Healing stream engaged. I'm under attack.
I'm gonna let my barrier recharge for a bit until they come back. Zarya, let's
Always be moving.
I gave her a little bit of charge with my fire sword back. So.
Let me get you patched up.
That's
Barrier's
what I
at
have.
half.
We don't know that. We don't know.
They're pushing up. We should fall back to point. Fall back to point. Don't let them get behind us.
Your support has arrived.
Oh boy, I think I'm in a bad spot.
Performance levels.
I try to get to us if we can. Easily.
I can res that if we protect me. I can res that. If we protect me, I can res that.
I have low barrier.
Fuck, he boot me out of it.
I have no. Okay. I'm good.
Alright, that's a wasted ult on my part. Bye guys.
No problem. We should probably. Yeah, if they get. Yeah, we should probably switch to Metro now.
Damage increase.
Thank you kindly.
We must hold the point
comfortable with
against
her.
That's annoying.
Objective lost.
I don't know where to stand. They have a Pharah and a fucking Widow. There's like nowhere that's safe. Maybe over here. Thank you, Diva.
You needed a doctor?
Come on, blow it up. Jesus Christ.
Careful, McCree, you're a little up there. Far right side, get her before
Wall
you're-
hacks, wall hacks.
healer.
Here they come. I can't res.
I got antied and everything.
Bear's low, bear's low.
That was very good space creating ult.
Zarya is very low, guys. She's very low.
Alright, left side.
Well done. You needed a doctor?
That'll do.
All right.
Damage
Well,
amplified.
this Junkrat's not really doing too hot.
I need a doctor.
I'm taking
Probably
care of
have
you.
grab, so we gotta be careful.
I have Valk, so I can try to like Valk out of it. Try to eat it, Diva.
Barrage out.
Has the Reimer? Yeah, the Reinhardt did use Shatter.
Yeah, they're looking for it. They're looking for it.
I need a doctor.
I'll
As
push
soon
it
as they
just a
see
little
me,
if
they're
I
gonna
can.
grab. So I gotta stay away from you guys.
Ich bin down.
Top
Let
side.
me get you
Yeah,
patched.
Stay
Ponto
back.
now.
Use your shield.
Photon barrier deployed. You
Push them,
needed
push
a
them.
Ryan
They
has
are
no
low.
shield. Ryan has no shield.
They are kind of all low.
Nice.
I'm letting my berry recharge. It's very low.
Zarya is half-life. Zarya is half-life with no bubble.
I've got you.
It's a good game.
You should be at
They know
peak
it's coming in.
performance.
Careful. Right side,
Healing
Hanzo.
stream engaged.
Itchy mouth. Back up,
Careful,
McCree.
McCree,
Back
when
up.
you're
Back,
on
back, back,
stream.
back.
I'm coming. Don't worry.
Okay.
I know everyone was.
Damage increase.
I gotta watch out for peeking that angle right there.
If they come larger into the point, like the amount of time, I'll ult.
Watch for flankers on the left. They could be coming around.
Yeah.
Or on the right,
Now
rather.
they're going right down mid. Oh no.
Nope, that's a lot of
Oh,
ults.
shit.
That's okay. This is actually still winnable.
Yeah. Yeah, just get there. Just get on there. Nice, Steven.
So that Diva bomb should get something.
Ah, the wonders of modern men.
Go, 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 go.
Never die. This is not the end.
Hanzo's behind us. He's behind in the alley.
We got him. We got him.
Yeah, okay, nice.
Gun mercy.
See, that was a very measured, principled defense we did there. Very, very good. I'm proud of you
Yeah,
guys for
they
not-
used a ton of ults, so they're gonna have to spend a while building that up.
Yeah, they
In
used
about 2
all-
minutes though, they will
all-
have it. So
Yeah, I need to build up Valk faster than that. Oh man, this is when it's really useful to have a Lucio or Zen.
They even nano boosted the Moira.
Healing stream engaged.
I don't even think this works. Yeah.
That is fucking unlucky.
no problem.
We make a great team. Damage boost engaged.
Ryan's
Ryan's under us. Yeah, Ryan's underneath. I'll stay up here. Oh,
Whoa! Hanzo's to the left.
Yep, you've been there.
Point, a point.
Zarya's low, Zarya's low.
Let's get you back out there.
I'm switching to Roadhog.
Alright, fight on, fight on.
Fuck, I shouldn't have flown.
I killed two of them.
Healing stream engaged.
Come on the point, Mercy, the point, Mercy.
Point. Oh, I can't get there. Ryan can though.
I got Junkrat. I'm dead.
Come on.
I can try to res
It's only-
Ryan.
It's only Reinhardt.
Alright.
Oh, I didn't need that. Whatever.
That was very close.
That was butt clincher.
Possibly as close as it can get.
They did waste Grav, so now they don't have that combo.
Yeah, they don't have Hanzo anymore either.
Yeah,
Nice.
Oh, nice. They switched off. Yeah, they're junk now. Watch out for the junk spam then.
Yeah,
I will do.
I was kind of cleaning up that Hanzo.
I wonder what I could have done to not be caught in that. So
Right
many
side
fucking
is a
things.
junk. Right side is a junk.
Okay, alright.
Very
Nice,
surprised
good
they
pick.
haven't
Great
killed
pick.
that,
That's the ideal pick.
Wilson.
You may not like it, but this is peak performance.
That's true.
Yeah,
it
they're
is
gonna soldier right side now.
She raised the Zarya, guys.
Split pushing this.
Okay, alright.
Soldier Reinhardt's is coming down mid.
Mercy in Bereitschaftsdienst.
I got more.
Heroes never die.
Slay, 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 queen, yath! Yath! Yath, queen!
30 seconds remaining.
You should be at peak performance
I
level.
back up just a little.
I'm taking care of you.
Back up just a little, just a little.
Almost ready.
I have found the enemy. Come and face me.
That's really unlucky.
Oh, they
Yikes,
have
dude.
Reaper now.
They have a Reaper.
We have to kill Reaper first when he comes to the
Everybody
point.
get up here now, quickly.
Soldiers left side, soldiers left side.
Damage boost engaged.
He's dead.
Find a point, find a point, find a point.
Ah, shit.
He didn't kill anyone. He didn't kill anyone. We're good. Help Reinhardt. Help Reinhardt.
Get you patched up.
You don't
Right
want
over
none of it.
everything.
Heroes never die.
Oh. No, he's not gonna
You
make it.
should be at peak
Easy game.
Victory.
Oh, I can't believe I had to play Mercy.
Play of the game.
I don't know. Maybe this is informative to you. Maybe it's not.
Surrender to my will.
I should have narrated my gameplay a little more.
Great job, Mercy, by the way.
Thanks, bud. Oh my god. Oh wow, I got a lot for that. I got like, what was that? 31? I don't know. It is 6:30. I need to cook myself some dinner. So I'll probably be back on later. Maybe by then you'll have the game downloaded. See ya.